Hello, this is Rob here from robcubbon.com. Now, what have we here? We've got this image of an alpine resort in Switzerland called Davos, and we've just copied a channel, the blue channel, and we've turned that channel into a selection that runs along the horizon of the image. So what are we going to do with this? Well, I'm going to put this image into the sky. So we'll select all, copy, and in our image we'll paste. So going back to the channels here, this channel is turned off. It's very important, otherwise that will confuse you. The only thing we need to do with this channel now is to turn it into a selection. And the way we do that is Command or Control click on the channel's black and white icon. And that will select the white area, which is the sky. Don't bother to select the channel anymore, and don't select the image plus the channel, because that will be only something you do whilst you're creating the channel. But we don't need it now because we've turned it into a selection. Now that it is a selection, all we have to do is click on the Add Layer Mask. And that selects all the white of the layer mask and deselects all of the black. So as you can see, we've got this graphic in the sky of the picture. But it's looking a bit weird at the moment, so we want to see some of the sky behind this graphic. So what we should do is click on the layer. So we've clicked off the layer mask onto the layer, and then we can go Shift plus or minus and scroll through the layer blend modes till we find one that we quite like. Okay, so there's one called darker color, but obviously it's still too much, so we're going to use the numbers on the keyboard to choose percentage opacities. So that's 7, that's 5, that's 6, and we still don't like it, so we're going to scroll through the layer blend modes. And we can see that hard light looks quite good there with an opacity of 30%. Another thing we can do is click on that lock there between the layer and the mask, and what that does is unlocks the layer from the mask, obviously. So now we can move the layer and the mask stays where it is. So the selection of the sky is still correct, but we can move the graphic around within it, which will help us in our design. Another thing we can do is increase the contrast of the layer below, the layer of the alpine village there. And another thing we can do, of course, is increase the saturation. And another layer blend mode I quite like is soft light, but I think the effect isn't strong enough. So what I can do is click on that layer thumbnail and go Command J, and that will just double up the effect of the layer by just copying that layer along with its layer blend mode. And then I can cut down the opacity of the top layer so it's a nice compromise between the two, and so we've got a nice effect in the sky there that we can see, but it's not too much of a graphic. We can also see the sky beneath it. And that effect of putting a graphic over the sky and creating an interesting montage was done by using a channel in order to make a selection. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. This has been Rob from robcubbon.com. I'll see you in the next video.